Welcome. Freaking Sunday, and we had a really crazy week behind us. And to be honest with you, we talk about the break, and we did receive a quite a significant break on quite a lot of momentum of the structures as well, and as well different tokens, especially different markets. So, in my case, in my point of view, the rotation, break, and even on some of the things, continuation might even follow. Like we've been warning you, like not even me, but most of us in Discord, we've been warning you about that kind of stuff that will happen. And the tumble really happened already last Friday. So let's jump in and talk about the big elephants in the room. So far, as you can see, we have a really big, nice candle on the VIX, and that's been really preparing for already like from the dump from April. So already like in 2 months almost, we've been kind of preparing for that stuff, right? We saw that slow grind into the lows, right? We broke most of the times we broke the low after low, but it wasn't significant. We didn't see any reaction from the volatility coming into the market or different kind of sectors, right? We didn't see that. There was always continuation when there is always like a kind of a grind into that. Yes, Bitcoin had some bigger momentum moves to the downside, but that was normal. Overall, we didn't see any kind of flips of the scenarios. Now, watch the Friday close, and believe me, I went through quite a lot of stuff already, and we start to change the priorities already. So, as well as what we've been mentioning, right? We didn't reach the 14.5, but what we did do in one big ass candle, I'm not going to go in the low time frame because there is nothing. There's only 4 big hour candles, right? We did go through quite a lot of stuff. Right now we are stopping at 20.1. That's the whole gap. Now filling that should be no brainer actually in my perspective to get at the highs, get into the 22 and see, or 23 and see if we're gonna flip that to get higher up. Now that means we will follow the volatility. Any case what we did already in any kind of scenario on the market, it's a continuation. That's it. We might see some kind of a small pullback also in something like this, right? And then continuation. That says as well that gonna be similar for the markets. But overall, we did a big thing, and this is it. Now, note as well, we're gonna have some big numbers coming in next week. That's gonna correlate as well to the volatility and even back it up, right? So be aware that this is a big stuff. We've been waiting for that kind of scenario, right? Because from the momentum that we've been at the high from the wicks, we did all of the pullback right now. We are at the lowest. Now, yes, we can grind a little bit lower, but the most part is awaiting for the big volatility coming in. Now, this could be already the whole potential of the beginning of it, right? Now, following that, I'm gonna go a little bit off the scenario that I've been doing it constantly. Right now, looking at the VIX, and remember that whole spike of volatility what came in. You're looking at USDT and USDC dominance together. We broke the high, the previous high of February. We broke that, right? The whole stablecoins are still demanding to go higher, right? And there is much more pressure to go even right now, even much more higher, just because we are close to regaining the previous week of 3 years ago of March. Now that's quite a long time to go around and get back at. After that, there is not much till we're gonna get back at January, beginning of January 2023. And those are the resistance level over here. Getting in that stuff potentially will put us a little bit more lower. Definitely aiming for the crypto market, could potentially be the bear market stuff, right? But yet this is still grinding higher, meaning there is much more stablecoins demand than different kind of tokens demand, right? That's easy said. Now following up and looking at different markets, SPX is the only one so far that I can see that didn't break the low. Right? That's the only one that's still holding. But like grinding it up from beginning of March into the highs of freaking June, right? That's already like almost three full months grinding it higher and breaking all-time highs and everything, doing a quite significant sellout of almost 3%, right? I guess for stocks holders and the old school guys, that's like window jumping, price changing potential, and quite a big wipe of it, right? So this could correlate to go lower, right? Because we've been overbought for shitloads of time, right? That been already cooking for potential wipeout. Now there we have it. That's one that didn't break the structure. That's the only one. But following on top of that, you do see Nasdaq coming down heavily. We've been talking about that as well, right? We could see some big potential coming pullbacks into the lows, but in one big wipeout candle, that's a heavy stuff. And breaking the low already, it's already something that you should consider, like, okay, watch it, right? But because any kind of pullback, any kind of retest of any kind of lows on a 4 hour, 3 hour, or even 12 hours, that's your continuation lower. Okay, just to be clear, right, that there are some things that could potentially be changing. Now, following up on that one, especially on top of the VIX, what's going to be changing is the direction of Dixie. Right, we've been talking about this block. This block was quite significant for us, right? This been quite heavily mentioned, that it's been holding for like a really long time, quite heavily. If you hold on the lows, there is a heavy potential to break the highs. And what did we do? Easy as that. That was the first candle that I mentioned last week that we did break the high of it. A small pullback and you have a big continuation. Now that's freaking aggressive. Getting back, and it's easy. It's a fair value gap, right? It's easy to do eventually. So we killed that. We are back at the resistance. We are back at the resistance $100. That's a major one. What we've always been talking about it. Now flipping this whole resistance of $100 and .9, that whole high over here that we've been holding for like a year, a little bit longer than a year. That's a super important stuff, because coming back in this resistance, meaning we will tumble and we were gonna find ourselves in bear market stuff. Okay, this is important, and like I've been showing you guys this as well. The money holds on that one been super heavy, right? It's crazy how heavy they've been manipulate this technically. So yeah, but this is it, right? We are at resistant. We could potentially see a pullback, but ending a week that strong and that potential big on a change for perspective of the next week, especially with big numbers coming in, yeah, we could potentially see even higher up on it, right? Now, following that and adding the crypto to that one, right? The alts didn't reach the lows yet. So they are kind of a little bit safe because we still high on the demand on that one, right? We are quite high. But looking at the Bitcoin only and the market caps, we did break the low from February. The whole market, everything what we did, and believe me, this been a while, 120 days, right? Every single thing what we did in 120 days just broke. And technically, I hope as well that most of the people took a really good advantage of those momentums and didn't get quite biased and thought that we will go like 90k or maybe even all-time high. I hope not, but this is the reality right now. We are at the lowest point and the peak. Okay, now this is still potentially continuation till we're gonna regain major stuff. I'm gonna show you that on the high time frame. Till that, it's still high, down it is, right? Nothing else to say. Like, you're not gonna jump in front of knife right now. So yeah, definitely interesting stuff, definitely heavy stuff happening as well. So watch it. Like the beginning of the next week, it's gonna be major as well. There's a lot of what coming in. There's gonna be a lot of volatility and as well potential of quote unquote manipulation, don't want to call it, but more like liquidity grabbing and fake outs. Okay. So, following out on gold, yeah, like freaking hell, tongue twisting. Still continuation to the downside. We finally broke the lows, right? We're not gonna even hold on 4.4. We didn't even reach the 4.5 area that we've been mentioning, had been already tested. That was kind of the wick and the candle that did the trick to roll over to grab the last liquidity, or technically the late shorts, and we wiped them. Right now, the only thing that's still below us is only the 4 hour low. It's a small structure over here that's holding us. The rest is just low and not much. Okay. So yeah, hope you got some nice shorts from it. I'm not really bothered to trade commodities right now, but this is done. And the only thing that's kind of, and hopefully it's gonna hold us for a while, it's gonna be 4.2. Yeah, that's low on 4 hour. That's the only one. After that, so that meaning high time frame, it's done. Closing the weekly like that, you break your prior low. Now, mention that, like, I don't want to be a little bit skeptical about it, but the last time that we've been in negative cash flow, right, beginning of, was in 2023. Okay, we end that negative cash flow at to November 2023. So end of 2003 was the flip to do the whole momentum of all of that uptrend, right? That we've been in the cash flow positive. Unfortunately, if we're gonna close, and we actually are already official in cash flow negative, we are out, right? And the first big candle of the algorithms are starting to switch to press a little bit lower, or even get more pressure to the lows and downside. So yeah, we are already negative cash flow, right? That potentially could be the continuation. How deep we're gonna go, I mean, that's hard to say, but so far we do have a really good support as well. Either way, it's gonna be from our right now to hold us a little bit. If we're gonna slide a little bit lower, I'm still aiming that we're gonna be around 4.1. 4.1 and literally 3.9k, right? That's the area that we definitely will hold. After that, it's going to be a really wipe into the lows, because there's nothing to hold us. We will meet somewhere around 3.4. Those are the levels to hold. And then still is potential much more bigger stuff to the downside. And this is as well the whole monthly low that we settled before we went even low, higher up. Right, so this is major. That's why if and only if, and that's a weekly, if and only if we're gonna see some potential downside movement, right, it's gonna be yeah, I mean, what's that, another, that's 20% wipe. That's harsh, but that could be possible the case, right? If we establish that and then do the bigger stuff, like this whole parabolic move, like this is as well the case that we've been talking, like every single thing that goes parabolic will break eventually. Now it's the case. How deep we're gonna go, like this is the block, like the lowest that I would like to see gold, right, to get back. If not, then there is more stuff below us, but that's not the case right now. What's in front of us? In front of us is a little bit of low time frame, daily stuff. Now that daily stuff could be important, right? This hip over here to hold, because after that we had this freaking whole wipe. And yeah, no, this is on PEX normal chart. We don't have that, but then still there is low structure to follow. There is a big block over here, and as you see, I've been marking those levels before as well on normal gold. So yeah, that could add up that we do one support over here is a bit slow. If we wipe that, then we're gonna roll over and get a little bit lower. So far, yeah, we still in 4k range. So let's see if we're gonna break the lows and fail the wicks from it. Now, surprisingly or not, but silver start to break stuff as well for the first time till we settled the lows of March. Right, we broke the low, unfortunately. So that low, it's already done. The whole uptrend that we settled over here, it's done. That's already no brain in that resistance. To get back at that, you definitely need to regain 75. This hip over here. Now we still holding at 67. That's good. That's your last kind of hold. If not, you start to get back at least somewhere 58 stuff. That's the first major or small major level to in front of us, after, because there is everything else has been quite heavily tested. So note that. Oil still in a range, but it gets weaker and weaker every single time. After big moves, if you do smaller move, and a still smaller move, that's potentially a technically like regulated sell-off to go a little bit lower, right? That's good because we want that as low as possible. But then if we swipe below 87-ish hip, that's the hip that's still holding us. That's a support from April. That's a major one as well that's holding us. I mean, sliding lower could potentially bring us like at least in the block of 78, 71-ish area, right? That block over here for technically support yet. But the funny part of it is, and this can be a little bit more as well dangerous. Why? Because if we start to hold on support, even coming back, this potentially might end up for a big breakout, right? Because all of the build up what we are doing, we are still going with the trend into the lows. We are still stagnated, kind of, and we could have that breakout potentially, right? Money flow is going out. That's okay, but then the structure is still holding. So if the money flow will be going out and the structure will fail, then that's a big sell-off. So far, they're taking profit, but they still substantially holding on oil. Interesting. So line in the sand, holding above 85, it's a good thing. The build up for losing 85 and getting back at 70, that start to change everything, right? Those two major supports are really important for us. Okay. Adding up to Nasdaq, I forgot about that one. We did the whole aggregated chart. We did break the low as well on it. So yeah, that was a quite big wipe, right? Like for stocks, like this is no joke. Like big change, right? They don't like big changes. They don't like big moves. And this is something that, yeah, like I said, jumping out of the window scenarios for them, I guess, right? For us as crypto holders, that's fucking nothing. Yeah, overall, CME. Weirdly enough, I really cannot understand why they did print already the weekly candle. So this is weird to me because the weekly is not closed yet, and we are still in the first week of June, and they did already print the weekly, and it says already the 8th when we are already in the 7th. So I really don't get that, like why they are already in a new weekly so far from it. Like it should be, we still have like 11 to 10 hours, yeah, for the weekly to print on official crypto. But anyway, maybe I oversee something on it, but this is still like freaking really downgrading into the lows. We broke the low. We did settle it on the week even, so it is official a lower low even on CME, right? So yeah, be aware. Dominance, like how fast we got into the high of 60%, dominance dropped heavily below 57. Now, like this is crazy how long we've been holding this for 117 days. We broke that in one go, right? So the whole dominance, it's already like getting weaker and weaker, okay? And that's still potentially good, depending how we're gonna react from it, okay? Because we still could continuing and going lower on even alts, Bitcoin, and even the dominance. But if one of those two start to regain, that means Bitcoin start to get in pace and in strength, then the rest is gonna follow. But that's only when we're gonna do like a pullback into the highs, at least into the 72, right? We could see some potential let's say small grind into the upside just to get grab some liquidity and for the continuation, or it's gonna be like a relief bounce and we're gonna do some bigger stuff into the 77. But that's a little bit in the second more on it. Let's go on capital flow. Now here you're gonna see quite a lot of stuff changing as well, and boy, I forgot how annoying it is when everyone jumping in and jumping out in the chat. So starting by daily, that's going to be a big change to see. And I've been mentioning that as well on Saturday and Sunday, because we saw already a couple of days ago that Nasdaq and SPX start to get close to the neutral line, sorry, the 60 line. right? And I say, like, if you're gonna start to get below the 60 line, you're gonna see a big wipe, right? We're gonna be at a really good one. Now, here it is. Daily correlation. What's on top? What's in the dominance, right? What's in the negative? And what's on the neutral line? What's in the middle? Those blocks, this is how those blocks technically react from each other. Right now, sometimes they're going to be a little bit more away from each other, but then still, overall overview from it, it is like that, right? The whole freaking vibe is where now volatility spiked in, Dixie is rising, right? The money's going out. Technically, I should have here as well the correlation of the dominance of stable coins, but anyway, it's fine. USDT is down, crypto is down. You have hype going into the neutral line. Root is already like below that. The rest is still collapsing. That's on the daily, right, Flow? So technically, this is you locally. Now, what we're looking for the high time frame. SPX start to get quite significant with pullback, right? Following up on Nasdaq. Dixie is rising, VIX is rising. I've been saying that for like already ages. If you're gonna see Dixie and VIX above or close to the neutral line, you're gonna see some dramatic changes. Now, there it is, right? Following up, Bitcoin is starting to get minus 40 if it's dead. Yeah, gold and silver start to getting lower. I think I need to add oil to it as well overall. So yeah, we see already a big change, like hype even had a really big change already on his flow, right? Not really massive changing of rotation, but still it's a pullback, right? Getting below already 60, meaning that big stuff start to get pulled out already from it, right? So yeah, there are a lot of things changing, right? Now, we had a week ago a monthly close. Now, how did that change? This is well something interesting as well to look at it, like because gold and silver got really blood rated, right? Like there has been a lot of profit been taken. Now, right now, you can see that we do see some outflow of Nasdaq and SPX already, right? And the rest starting to following as well with it. Bitcoin massively, not the lowest that we've been since March yet, but that still could follow. If that's going to be the case, if we're going to reach the lows, the previous low that we settled, yeah, that's going to be quite changing stuff. That's going to be definitely below or around the 50K if you're going to get there. Right, so it's a really interesting stuff to see, and that's gonna be following up as well with the following week because there's a lot of stuff coming in, especially on volatility, especially with the market economics numbers, and overall, yeah, we did take a hit, but that hit was a pullback overall markets. Talking about it now, and only now, while we are failing the lows and we're settling new lower lows, we are technically looking for that big dump. Right, and that's only from now. What do you think we did like before that week or those days? It was literally a pullback. Like I've been saying, this all is only a pullback, almost 30% to the lows. After that, now you can start talking about the nukes, dumps, or whatsoever into the freaking 50, 40, or wherever we go, right? So, how does the daily look like? Overview. Now, like I've been saying as well, like watch out for the core line liquidity, right? If that's gonna follow us and we're gonna see any kind of potential reversal of rebounds or whatsoever, that's your aim, right? We need that liquidity for a continuation. We even like easily we could roll over, right? This could easily go like that, or even do some couple weeks of fake outs and do the one more, right? Before we're going to do the big structure on it. But yeah, technically right now, we're still following the whole trend. And this is it. Daily wise, I'm sorry, but daily wise, you need to regain at least 73. That's the highest peak that you failed from. That's your first regain. Understand readers of that, it's a continuation. That's the daily trend, right? So yeah, we could have that nice pullback on it. And good, right? Happy on that. But then looking at the whole capital flow, we still are below the 60 line, right? If and only if large caps start to get above the 60 line, then we start to see some bigger inflows coming in, right? So yeah, alts are still a little bit more heavier hold. Like we've been mentioning that as well over here. The total tree, right? We are still holding a little bit more above the wick and a little bit more better than the large caps. But that's the only thing, right? Right now we are still facing to get lower. If that's gonna be the whole continuation when we're gonna get below positive 60, okay? We still didn't even receive any kind of sign of reversal sign on the cash flow. Oscillation is really cooled off already, right? Right now, and only now, after the 30% pullback, right, we could possibly see some small changes or reversal signs or any kind of flips or whatsoever. But that's just on a low time frame. On the daily, it's still aiming to go lower. Okay. And here on the squeeze potential as well, this is as well something funny to watch out for. We do have and that's right now on the 4 hour, right? We had a really nice cool off period, right? We are still aiming to go a little bit more lower. We are attractive to for a squeeze, and that's on the 4 hour. We took out 150 X's, great, but are we changing anything? No. Why? Because the next change is around 64. Okay, that's the big regain what we need to have. Flip that, you might potentially see to getting higher and get rid of the late shorts. Right, all of this. This is all late shorts before we're gonna get at 74. Now remember 64. Okay, that's gonna be quite important. I'm gonna show you in a second why. Now aiming for 1 hour. We've been in a squeeze already, right? That potential play out. We took out over 150 X's. Right now, we are a little bit more into the cash flow positive, but we starting to lose the strength if we're not gonna flip 62, right? That failure. And now, funny enough, high, low, lower low, right? We did break the structure already on 1 hour. So if that starts to turn around, cash flow as well, and we're gonna see some potential strength reversal, then yeah, that's the continuation from it. But note as well, we're getting into the weekly, so potentially we could get one more and then do the bigger failure from the swing failure. That would be really a little bit nicer to see. But then overall, like I mentioned, 4 hour Bitcoin, this is the high that we failed from. This is the swing failure. This is the new low. Now retesting that will be awesome. So yeah. Yeah, I mentioned the 120 days, so that's already done. We did got below the wick. That's cool. And look at that, almost to the T. Breaking L, all close by 58. I've been mentioned already for like so many times. This level is still our support, but we got below 60. We need to remember that, right? Like this is not something that you forget. Like we are, or technically we've been a little bit, and we are still trading into that minus 60. Okay, right? And then what's left? Technically, we do have some support, right? Especially on low time frame. Not really much on a high time frame anymore. So yeah, there is some 4 hour structure that we potentially could hold on it. So that grind into the lows, that could potentially be the case, because the lowest peak right now that we are looking at is 52. Now, how does that play out? We can do that in like a couple things, right? We technically could do the big wipe, right? That would be awesome to see for the third time. Or we're just gonna do like slow grind, right? Like that kind of grind. Like we're gonna really tip over again. That's gonna be painful because it's gonna make a little bit more dramatic, and people are gonna be faking out and logging the shit out of it. I mean, be my guest. But so far, yeah, this is still trying to regain or getting close to 64. Now, why 64 is kind of important? I can show that as well. I always forget to show this. So now this time I can. Long and short, right? Having longs, that's on weekly. So we are starting to get 59% in the longs. Not something above the what we used to be in 61 where we came from, but getting above 61 will potentially tumble over and get you lower. Okay, that's one. Now that's on weekly. Moving on daily. That's been already quite high on a daily, right? This still heavily short of heavily long it, but not something significant that we used to be at here, right? At that momentum that we had that relief bounce. So that already happened at 80% of the longs, that rebounds over here, right? The previous one, the rebounds what we had it over here, it was maximum 77. So potentially, yeah, could we do more? Definitely, right? This is not even the full max pain of it. But yeah, going back for the 64K, why is it important? There's a big block coming in after like long time. Yeah, last time we had that was when we used to be at 74, 10K higher. Now at 64, we have a really big block, right? That could be potentially a really good magnet for us to get there, at least for a retest. I'm not really seeing us to regain that just because he's always changing this stuff. Just because there is not much above that, there is a really thin on the orders. But so far, this could be a really good magnet, right? That collapse as well together with 64.3. That's the high swing of the high over here. Getting that wick into that, come back and close anything below 64, down. We're going lower. But note as well, there are still big stuff and even bigger, a little bit more below us, right? If we start to grab them, right? To create a new low, easy as that, that could be the trick, okay? Yeah, that's all for the bits. Not much actually. 40, yeah, that's almost 2 mil. Two. Yeah, there are no way, no big orders stepping in yet. Like extremely big, like the 1K Bitcoin orders. I didn't see those one. Oh, it used to be. It's already pulled below. So I think they split it. Yeah. But yeah, anyhow, it's still interesting to watch, right? 64 is the key level. If you regain that, yeah, we're gonna change the trajectory and we're gonna go a little bit more higher on it. But then overall, high time frame, yeah, I'm sorry, but this hip over here, it's and note as well, if and only if we're gonna do that again, that could be the case, right? Over here, we can't do that for like again, like how many times we did it? Already like 5, I guess, right? 5 times, like this grind stuff into the resistance, right? Into the resistance from the low, and now, well, can we do it again? Into the resistance. Obviously, when that's gonna change? Easily, us break out, slowly get back at it, and hold on this low, right? This whole block over here. Then we start to change that. Right now, I'm not jumping the boat yet. So yeah, good stuff, I guess. A lot to cover yet. We have, okay, we do have some more support below us, so that's good. We could stay here for a little bit longer. And as well, like, they're really lying around perfectly at the resistance and support, so that's good. Liquidity wise, yeah, we took already the 150 access. We've been talking about that. Next block is literally at 64.3, so this is the high time frame stuff. After that, you just literally go at resistance, right? That's so perfectly set as well with this whole dump. Every single block of at every single block at resistance aims as well for the high time frame liquidity and leverage. That's awesome, right? That's really awesome because it makes easier to short. And there we have it, like those blocks over here, like awesome, really nice placed. It's been a while we had this kind of nice placement. Yeah, still, like, I cannot break that differently, but this is still aiming to go lower, right? There is not much to say about that, and I can change that. I'm sorry. This is the reality, and this is what I'm gonna stand for. If we start to change something, I will let you know. I'm happy to start to be a bear or a bull, but so far it's still aiming to go lower, right? I hope we all see that. And if you want to long this, be my guest. Now, overall, weekly wise, because we do have like 7 hours from now to close the weekly. The only thing that's gonna start potential change of the weekly trajectory is to close it above 69.9. That's the only one. If we start to reverse this weekly and close it above it, we're gonna stay here for longer and can do bigger things. If not, then this is still continuation. And you're gonna be settled there. You don't need to close the weekly below the wick because you already been there. No matter how you're gonna close in the way of between now and 66 66.4 or something, that's done. Okay, let's be clear about that. Same thing here, right? What did we do? We are already 4 weeks in a downtrend, right? We used to be 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks in a downtrend before anything else changed it. So yeah. And this is as well weekly low. The last weekly low. If you fail that, bear market. Bear market stuff. This stuff over here. This hip. Only thing. So, are we close to the bear market or are we close to the all-time high? Let the gods decide, right? Which way we go. It's going to be as well freaking interesting, and that's going to be unfortunately in 3 weeks. So in 3 weeks from now, we're going to see the monthly close. Boy, if we're going to close below 59, the monthly, oof. Oh boy. Shit is going to be going wild. And we do have that trend change already on the oscillation. That's not even reached the neutral line. So, yeah. Yeah, we see potential some strength coming in, but that's only just the buyback from the lows because, like, come on, like this is obvious, right? We're gonna see some kind of a small buyback after 120 days of holding, right? Like, yeah, there are a quite big liquidity after the big wipe. So yeah, we will see some pullbacks coming in and definitely some buybacks stepping in. So good stuff. But yeah, this is it. Like, and like to give you a little bit more perspective where we are and where could we go. Make this for yourself. Like the whole market momentums. Where are we? So, like, let's be clear about it. Like, I would like to say, like, the bear market is over. Okay, like that's been already down. All right, let's forget about that. Let's be happy. I hope you like took all of the profits and you've been riding this whole game. And eventually, like, I've been technically not gonna brag, but like shorting from this high, like was a pleasure. Shorting 115, that was pleasure. It was awesome, and luckily I did short this as well. So yeah, I think that's quite clear, right? Same thing what we've been doing over here. We technically do the opposite, right? But where are we in the whole trajectory of momentum of the market, right? Like technically, right? Looks similar. Looks similar, right? Can we grind this out and do another one? Yeah, it's gonna be bigger. Watch it. We are a little bit more in extended market than previously, but yeah, definitely. You want my next all-time high? 225-ish, approximate. But anyway, like the whole momentum of the market, like that's obvious. It's already done, right? We gonna aim for that bear market and some sideways debt kind of sentiment that everyone thinks that's happening in the bear market and no one's it's trading it. So yeah, this is it, right? We are over halfway of the whole downtrending, so that's good. Potentially, we still have some more to go. Like, I'm not sure we're gonna go into 37. We could wick into that, but definitely 40-ish, and then the whole accumulation starts, right? That this whole momentum, the whole switch. So yeah, this is quite important if you really want to know where we are and when the strategy start to change. And not only that, but you can add like halving as well to it and what's going on, the whole highs and the lows of the markets that are important and the rest of the stuff, right? But overall, that's the moment where we are right now. I cannot change that. I'm sorry. And happily to add to it, the weekly close is gonna be even above 21-ish weekly failure. So don't underestimate that. Okay. Last time we had that, same scenario, we did some ballistic moves and not everyone was happy about that. So I guess it's gonna be the same thing in a second. Let me have a look at the chat and the live chat. Oh my god, this is so weird. Bull diff, yeah. On 1 minute or 5 minutes? Any questions to that, guys? Is everything clear and are you understanding what I'm trying to yep or say, or before we're gonna move on? Because this is quite, I don't know how to explain you that and how to visualize you everything. I tried, but if you don't understand anything or something, then let me know. But like, see this as a squeeze because it was, right? We've been squeezing because, I mean, the only thing who took the advantage of the whole momentum build up for volatility was Bitcoin, right? And the whole crypto market, because we've been going a little bit lower. So yeah, right now the slow movers are, right, SPX, Nasdaq, all that's shenanigans, and then gold even start to move as well with the direction. So yeah, and hopefully, who knows, maybe I will get my new PC soon. But yeah, that still need to go a little bit more sooner, lower. Even Nvidia start to break, right? So that's something. But even that, like, I would like to see much more below 196. So yeah, that's a major break. This is just a local break that I don't care about it yet. But it's a start, right? But like, we all can agree that this was all bullshit, right? This is all fucking inflated as fuck. But yeah, hey, welcome to the stocks. Happy day. Oh, especially this one. Like, that one is already like going ballistic. But yeah, like most of them, if you go on the through all of the charts, like they are already in a first break of the structures. Oh, that's gonna be funny one. Like, how is this even comparing? Oh shit. Oh boy, like that's gonna be funny. And this is monthly. Like we shouldn't care about that much, but we potentially looking for another 40% downtrend on it, if and only if we're gonna close that fucking monthly below 124 on MicroStrategy. Every single thing out below that it's been tested. The low at it's fucking 50. Boy, oh Jesus! Like, if this goes to zero, I'm gonna celebrate. Anyhow, gonna stupid. No. Can hear you now. Wait, can hear you now, Adrian? So, smiley face, can you or can you not hear me? Market is what it is. Yes, if yeah, I understand that. It's like a stupid thing that I tend to do way too much. Not really apologizing, but like, I don't want to be harsh because some people apparently they are a little bit Gen Zs, and not everyone likes to be straight to the point. No questions. Great presentation. Crystal clear. Awesome. So we go up or down. Traders must be ready to see up and down. Yep, definitely. But there's time, right? There's time to long and there's time to short. And especially sometimes there's as well time to sit out and wait it out. Or maybe I'm back. Was that question for me? What? Firewoods. Why are you making me confused? Seller will end up selling more. Yeah, bro. Like seriously, like this is oh god, this is so crazy to me. Like oh boy, like why do I want to fucking to go this to zero? Because that fucker, like, oh, I love it. I seriously love it. How ballistic he is. Dude, don't say to everyone you shouldn't be selling, but you should be buying. But guess what? He's the fucking one who is selling, bro. And when is he selling? Like for fuck's sake, at the support. Like, bro, like you couldn't make this better. Like, if you're gonna sell at your fucking support, like that's the most ballistic thing I ever heard. And so, and down, yeah. Yeah, I know firewoods, but when I'm gonna be straight and like fun and realistic about things, I might do some French words in between that maybe not everyone is liking. So I need to calm down on that. So yeah. Mm, okay, cool. So if that's clear, I'm gonna just jump in some alts. Um, there was one thing that I want to mention. Oh yeah, I remember. There's one thing. Watch the 4 hour because that's gonna be important. Before the stream, before the Discord nuked me, I saw on the oscillation that we had the hidden diversion coming in. So if that hidden diversion is gonna come in, so that means we need to go a little bit lower on the price, around 61-ish area. I don't think now it's gonna happen. Now it's need to go a little bit lower, but that's hidden diversion need to play out. If that's gonna be set, we might see potential the same thing what we did over here, right? So every single thing over here, what we settled, right, that hidden diversion that came in could potentially lead for more potential downtrend. But that was flashing in and out before the stream. That was the only one I want to mention. Cool. Okay, let's move on some altis. Big time. I'm gonna stick for now for daily. It's gonna be a little bit more easier. So hype, like I said, like yeah, it tend to break the stuff and previous lows. That's fine. We broke that one. Yeah, obviously downtrending. But hype does have a massive support from this whole uptrend over here and build up. So till that's not gonna be broken, 55, right? I'm not considering yet the high time frame break. Okay, let's be clear about that. That need to be broke first. But the outflow starts to get really heavy, right? If like already on same thing when you see here the inflow, the outflow is exact the same thing, right? So we do have already starting to get heavily in taking profits already in cash flow, money flow, and as well capital, right? So yeah, we do see quite the rotation already in daily size on hype. Now I mentioned that as well. We do have first time ever potential oscillation happening on weekly on hype, right? But if that's going to be the case, if we start that high and we start to turn around, we could see potentially a bigger drop of it or a pullback. Sorry, I'm not going to say drop, pullback, right? And that's still good, right? But the only thing what's saving is it's still the cash flow that start to get positive. So yeah, we could end up into the 92 at least, and that's fine. I would like to see that for any kind of continuation. Okay. Now 4 hour locally, are we changing anything? No. Not yet. We didn't regain. We had a really nice short actually from it, so I didn't see that one yet. So yeah, that's a really nice short. Flipping 59, 60-ish. Yeah, you're gonna start to staircase a little more higher into this fair value gap, right? But yeah, overall, it is in a broken structure. I would like to see one more flush into the 54 for a higher confirmation. But if so not, then we could grind this out, get into the high, and then bigger stuff could happen. Or we're gonna do this flush and do an all-time high again, right? Because it's still hype. Moving on, Apex, we did a thing, the whole flush into the box, even like been mentioning, right? Failing two levels, major two levels. You low, what you have from the wick, and then you start to get below 7, right? Straight into the 6.4. Fucking hell, that's a really nice drop, right? I will starting up buying up some spots on it, definitely. I'm gonna settle some big orders still. I'm not sure if it's gonna be below or around 4, right? But this stuff start to get really, really juicy. But yes, we are in a major broken structure on it. And happily said, like Avex played it nice because it did give us a sign of weakness, and that was over here. And that's after holding the support and breaking this whole major, right? That was the whole flip over scenario over here at $9. Great stuff. Awesome. And here as well, injective, right? Like I said, like why I wanted that momentum to continue, because every single momentum right now from changing the perspective from up to down on the market, right? Injector's gonna do great stuff because it's have scheduled stuff to go through, a lot of support. So before we're gonna even break the previous low at $2.5, that maybe not gonna be the case, we will settle a higher low for a bigger potential momentum move. Or even we're gonna stay here in the bear market. Like I will be fucking happy about that, right? If you're gonna do something like this, like even that, right? Grind it out and then do this big ballistic move. That would be awesome. But that's a build up for potential scenario. So far, daily, yes, broken structure, of course, right? Nothing to add to that one. But overall, 4 hours start to look a little bit more better because we are starting to do that grindy stuff, right? Getting back at the lows, at least at 4.9, could potentially be a bigger bounce, but then we have a lot. It's been so stagnated, perfectly stagnated. That could be pain in the ass to get back at 6.3, or it could do the trick and do it in one big move. But then it's gonna be really, really dramatic and ballistic with the whole momentum of it. So yeah, interesting stuff. Definitely good, right? I really like it. But then let's see if we're gonna get back at the lows and how are we gonna get there. That's gonna be interesting. Render, yeah, it start to flush. The lows as well, surprising. Like I wasn't like surprised. I mean, I wasn't thinking about it that it will happen. I really thought we're gonna go a little bit more higher up into the 2.5, but eventually it gave up. And still after that build up, like not much. And same, that's exactly the same thing that I've been talking about. Injective, like to do this build up is good because every single pullback it's still good and fine to buy it up and to have a bigger potential momentum later on, right? But then starting to failing that, yeah, of course, that's going to be rough. But I don't think the injective and render is going to fail the prior lows anymore, or at least not right now, but maybe in the future. So yeah, for render, still technically that break that was harsh and rough, right? And 3 goes, but then yeah, I'm aiming for 1.5-ish area over here. That area, that should be the case for any kind of stop. If not, flush it into the support and then start to grind it over here, right? Something like this. This potential of scenario, put it over here, that would be awesome. Then you're gonna build up for a bigger stuff and bigger move. Okay. So yeah, still in the continuation. Solana, yep, we did the thing as well on Solana, like big shit, right? We went below 70 and now we are at 60K. Like when was last time we saw Solana 6K? 3 years ago. Like we did some, yeah, long time perspective on it. And every single time I look at it, I'm thinking about ETH. Right? Yes, it did a little bit more better on all-time high, but yeah, I think next cycle might be the last cycle for Solana. I don't think the strength's gonna be there, or there need to be really big changes coming into the whole ecosystem and the perspective of the business of it. But so far, weak it is. Right, but don't get that throw you away as well and get you like not investing into it because it's still potentially big gains after all, right? Like don't get me wrong, but like looking at perspective of like what do we do like after the all-time high, like only like what's that, like Not even 10%. Yeah, that's big. A little bit better than Eve, but still like similar to it, right? So yeah, that's why I think like it's gonna be end of existence of Solana. Like not now, but like cycle or two, at least. So from now, what we are doing from now and where to take us? Like so far, we are holding on the last hip over here before we're gonna do the big nuke into the lows because there is a biggest fair value gap ever right now on Solana, right below 51. That's start to get dangerous. Like at least I would like to get back at 57, retest that and hold that, and start to build up some bigger stuff. But if you're gonna look in the perspective of okay, if you're gonna be in the bear market for like a couple months, like realistically, you will get back at this. And look what we did last time in the bear market, like this stuff, like breaking downtrending shit for ages. Yeah, technically, do this over here again, and you're golden. But then holding it above $40. Jesus. Whoa, Solana below 100, like that's crazy. Sorry, even below 60 already. Who knew? Yeah, crazy stuff. And where is this big meme coin? Fucking hell. Oh, we did it. We did fucking went below 1.5. Boy, oh boy. This shit get better and better by the day. Yeah, that structure, the only structure that's been already like technically your last support, it's already big time tested. Everything that you're gonna aim right now lower, bro. Eve at 1.2 or 3 or even below fucking 1k, like that stuff's gonna be crazy shit. Who knew you're gonna get back at this fucking all-time low? Who knew? But yeah. Anyway, like this can die off as well. Like I would be super happy about that. Get rid of it. I think for now, in the whole case of crypto, I think it's more like staying in the way than it's helping everyone. Like, unfortunately, SMT had this big sell off, the weirdness of the company and the whole what they did. They sell part of it or whatsoever. But oh boy, like this was as well a big sign for it to like going even lower and lower. Like that pressure. Fucking hell, I didn't realize that. Hmm. Anything else? Is there any near like we've been saying something like the two big sell-off wicks? Yeah, that's gonna be continuation. Watch the oscillation. If you're gonna see some trend changing into it, down. Right, we're gonna get back at the lows. But yeah, those sell-offs are massive. Regaining that's gonna take you another week or two. Hmm. Unfortunately, we don't have this. We are still in the whole downtrend, right? We didn't regain shit. Right, this is still downtrend. So yeah, this could be. But if and only if we're gonna be over here and then we're gonna have those sell-offs and grind into the lows, we could potentially see a bigger stuff coming. But so far, yeah, it's a reversal. Is this live? Jesus. 2.7. Fucking hell. Fed. We've been talking about Fed, right? Sunday, I guess. Oh, look at that. Nice. Yeah, failed that. Came back. Nice. Potentially bounce. Nice. Anything else? BNB did a failure as well. Yeah. Broke the lows after major high. Broke the lows. Oh fuck. Rough. I think a lot of people got fucking stopped out over here. There have been too many people aiming for this fucking high. Yep. That's what you get. Play stupid games and stupid prices. This already at this low? Jesus Christ. Oh, Zach. That's gonna be interesting. Well, what a surprise. Fucking hell. Jesus, that. How much is it? Okay, 50. Holy shit, that's 65%. Stocks are crying about 2% momentum move, right? Damn. Yeah, fine buyback, that's still fine, but then overall, like highest time frame, it's done. Like that one candle really wiped everything. Like no matter how high you're gonna get right now, it's gonna be or this, fade of the highs, and that's all. Like that shit should be already dead, right? Over here, it should be already dead. But that last liquidity grab, wipe it, and then sayonara. Yeah, that shit. Like this is crazy as well. This is so inflated, extremely inflated. There's no reason to be that one, that high in price. 4 hour. Oh wow, what are we doing? Like, yeah, let's go higher and higher. Why? Fucking nuke it again. mm, at least it came back to its levels. It should be. Well, monthly, how does that look like? Rough as fuck, I guess. Ooh, that's a quite big divergence coming in. Boy. Anything else? Are there any tokens that you guys want to look at it? I don't see anyone here. Like, where is everyone? Who do we have here? Stockpoker even. Boy, how are you? It's been a while. Hello, hello, guys and girls. Thank you, Adrian. No, thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate you all. Hope it was a little bit clear. Appreciate you. Can we have an update on Netflix? Are you ready? Tell me if you are ready for the update for Netflix. Because boy, oh boy, you're gonna hear. I told you so. Why? Because look where we came back. Surprise, surprise. Fucking hell. 72. Sorry, 82. Here it is. Yeah, I did it, Eagle. I can cover it in a second, but I did it. Yep. Down it is. Fuck yeah. Still negative on the money flow. Cash flow out, right? We could see some potential bounce from it, but I do not care. Like, I didn't care about anything about this. Like, boy, I don't care it right now. Why? Two things. Weekly, rough as fuck. We are in the broken structure, right? We're getting into the negative, but technically there is still potentially much more to get below, right? 76 could be the trick to hold us for a little bit longer, right? But then, like I said, like daily wise, like what do we do on the daily right now? The only thing that matters, if and only if we open up above 82, fine, right? Like that's still fine to get into the failure of the high of 85-ish or any potential continuation. Because the changing of this whole scenario is you need to get back above $90. As simple as that. No matter what's happened over here in this block, I don't care till we're not gonna be here. Done. Like as simple as that. Why? Because this is a big freaking continuation. Why? Because they've been picking assholes and doing this kind of potential thing before the earnings. So filling the pockets before thinking about anything else. Now they're gonna fucking pay for it. So yeah, this is still like for me, the aim it's still at 79 and even below. Like breaking that low, bro. back at 69 where it belongs, or even 0. But yeah, told you. I've been warning about this as well, like constantly. It's going down, 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 where it should be. And yes, potentially a bounce. At least 85 or 88-ish on the side retest. How does it look like on the 4 hour? Yeah, same thing, rough. Yeah, even that, like, funny enough, like 4 hour, like the high that you need to regain 83, but you did a failure of fucking you lows. So 1 hour, let's go even deeper, right? Like failing at it, right? The 1 hour was only holding it, that's fine. But where do you go from now? Like, let me use the super vips. Like, how does it line up? Perfectly. I will close my shorts on Netflix. Where did you short from then? But yeah, this is it, right? Doesn't get better. Oh boy, that's a nice one, 140. You got something from here then. Yeah, nice. I mean, definitely take profit. Yeah, we start to get that support. So yeah, definitely get profits, because this could be the trick to hold us, right? We could potentially, like, they could be like fucking nasty about it, like do something like shady, dip into it and quick regain and do this. If you start to see this big ass and start to get above 97, 97, it's done. It's gonna turn around, because yeah, like knowing those fuckers, they like to tempt a little bit with their inflow and outflow. So they definitely will do that. But yeah, nice short, man. Definitely perfect. That's here. Like, to be honest with you, like I'm personally not gonna fucking take that. I don't care about Netflix. I don't gonna long this. But yeah, this is the box at least from 79 to 77. That's the area for a really nice bounce for a long, right? Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about it. Like, what's weird? It's nothing weird about it. It's easy as that. It's going down. No changes yet. Mm. And I've been vocal about it. Don't say I didn't fucking warn you for the long position. But yeah, this is the support that's still valid. And yes, this is a good support to freaking take a long on it. Definitely. I'm not gonna do it. I fucking want this to go to 0. And by spite of it and what they did to my series, not gonna long Netflix. Nope. Same thing that I don't fucking long XRP. Only short it. Same person. And this is kind of my fun. Yeah, I am. I am sour, and I'm fucking proud of it. I am sour of it even. I don't care. Let me. It's my pride. Let me. Oh. What else? What else? Tesla have some rough momentum. Is there anything else interesting? Ooh, Meta. Meta gonna do a big wipe. Um, mm, 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 mm. Is there anything else? No, I don't think so, huh? Ladies and gentlemen, do you have something for me to play around with, or are we Gucci? Everything is fucking down. Like, yeah, like logically you could aim for like a small rebound spot, just because like everything freaking broke the lows and could potentially see some small reversal signs, but Nothing major yet. I'm seriously not even aiming and thinking about longing anything besides the things that I already have. Mm. I'm seriously surprised and technically impressive that some of the things still are alive. Like this shit should be already dead. Like this, like spending so much fucking money to hold this, like just get rid of it. Like that's going to be much more easier and much more time saving and even money saving. Like holding this shit for like ages, right? Fucking die off. Make some space for different tokens or something. Ina had the good moves, right? Lately, what did it? Oh, okay. Didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. Oh, Crow, that's a good one. Oh, I forgot about that. I did buy more yesterday. Yesterday or yeah, yesterday. Yeah, I did buy more. So my average entry is fucking somewhere. Things 5-7-ish, I guess. I pushed it quite heavily, but that could go even a little bit more lower. After breaking that low, yeah, I mean definitely, I'm not gonna protect it because saying of the high, that high been already invalid. But the thing is, and this is what I've been mentioning as well, like there is one big block before the support, and this is the block where the company are quite heavily stacked into the orders, right, for potentially big buybacks that's coming in, and they can float those orders even more heavily, right? So yeah, that could potentially be, and even getting a little bit lower, yeah, definitely. But the fucking DCA into that, yeah, that's a no-brainer for me. Getting back at the support like from 3 years ago, fuck yeah, I'm taking that. And like I've been saying as well, like before even Crow moves or will do the big move, it tends to break the lows, right? Here as well. So definitely we can agree that the low been already broken. Now it's just the time for it to go. But yeah, it's a good one. The first sign of reversal of the cash flow, right? And getting back at the neutral on the capital, yeah, will do the trick. So yeah, not a big deal. Like from the last time I mentioned that, I guess on the post, 20% more DCA into it. I take that. I taking. Um, mm, 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 mm. Because you don't forget as well, like monthly wise, on enough, this is your prior low and this is your prior high. So, yep. In my eyes, still Gucci. And this is this one. And what did I buy more? There was 3 tokens I've been buying up yesterday and Friday. But this one is one of the heaviest. One of, yeah. The rest been quite big, taking profits. Yeah, still good, really good. But this is as well something that I will wanted to look at it. For me, I would like to regain the 0.61 and quite a big one on the pullback, holding on 0.57, yeah, 0.57. This is gonna be nice to grind out from it, right? That one, if you're gonna flip that, would be nice on the low time frame, or even right now, like on 1 hour, you can do the trick as well, because we did regain the previous failure, right? But we have, so yeah, that pullback, either way, it's gonna be into this, like 0.75, or again the same level even. Yeah, that could be a nice to do the trick. Oh yeah, we're scooping it up, and funny enough, we do see quite significant and way too perfect the algorithms, right, coming back in after a long time, right, after the failure of the lows. So yeah, good potential. Jesus, I see ledger board. Siren? Jesus, I see on the ledger board. Which legion board? See ya, Wheels. See ya. Have a good one. Which legion board are you talking about? Oh, is that the token? I don't know. My brain is a little bit dead after yesterday, but don't ask me what I was doing. Oh, fucking hell. What the fuck is that? Siren USDT. Mate, $4 and you... Oh, that's already broken structure. Kurva. That's already broken structure. On a weekly, daily. Not yet. But boy, this... I'm not sure what it is, but this is sketchy as fuck. Oh, this one. Sorry, I forgot about one. Whoa, 2 people, 2 Siren. What the fuck is that? At the same time. Michael was a little bit behind. MJ. USDT, like that shouldn't be the pick, but okay. No clue. I have no clue, question mark. Are you questioning yourself? I don't know. I have no clue what it is, and to be honest with you, I do not care, because if it's that sketchy with this kind of fucking, like, seriously, if a token, like, okay, let's say this is a good structure. It isn't at all, but let's say if this is a good structure, right? And if a token does a ballistic move, regain the previous freaking failure, right? Fail it straight ahead, right? That's a fucking bump and dump. Go sideways, do another try, and then fail it again. Now, what do you think that's gonna happen over here, or even a little bit more higher? Fuck yeah. But this is sketchy as fuck. Manipulation? No, you say. Yeah. And somehow it's been for like a year fucking grinding it out, right? Sideways, and then suddenly bang on. Like it does out of the blue fucking, yeah, life-changing performance. But then it dumps on you straight ahead, so good luck with that. Why couldn't get you that? Because that reverser was fucking ballistic. Even like, yeah, see? Fucking 1 hour, like reversal, like that was like instant. Yeah, I know, but that's still like, and funny enough, like, how do they figure out that that was the token to choose it, both of them at the same time? But yeah, this is definitely pump dump only, like clearly, right? Like this is clearly the scenario of it, and this, like, they don't even hide this with it, with this, right? Like, fucking hell. Yeah, bullshit at all. And I bet you, surprisingly, the Binance have it as well on it, but I bet you cannot even withdraw from it or take any profits. Because like here, no way. There's no way in this move that they will allow you to even fucking sell something. No fucking way. This was way too quick. Any other shitties? Oh, look at that. Happy days. Surprise, surprise. Oof. Well, yeah, some shitcoin's gonna have some really big struggle. Oh, stockbroker, yeah, you didn't been here for a long time, so you might not know that. But my point of view of bottom out of bear market is around 31. That's the least. But I don't think we're gonna get there. Maybe a small wick or whatsoever. But overall, what I think that we might stay in is this area over here around. That said, I'm aim. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong way. Kurwa. Stay out. Some over here. Fuck's sake. This area. So right now, if we do the next leg down, or we're gonna grind it up or whatsoever, we're gonna find ourselves, let's say, below 55k, right? Getting below 55k, you definitely your bear market's gonna be from 47 to 40. This is my safe, right? I didn't buy yet any Bitcoin for spot, right? I didn't buy it. I don't bother right now. Like, yeah, maybe call me stupid whatsoever. I don't care. I have my reasons for it and my play for it. But then still, the first time I'm gonna start to laddering in, DCAing into it, it's gonna be around 40, 45, definitely. That hip over here. Because this, I don't care about this. This is well not. Below that, there is nothing. This is the first area. After that, the maximum what we could go, at least 35-ish, or I don't think we're gonna get below 32. I don't think so. That's gonna be our support. Same thing that we didn't get back below 11 over here. This is the same scenario, right? What we're talking about. Same thing, a little bit more extended. This bear market bottom. Oh, look at that, perfectly, right? And I was expecting to get around 14. We didn't even reach that. Not even with the flash of FTX. So that's my reasoning. 31? I don't think so. But yeah, this is it. Yeah, my show's been playing out as well. Freaking nice. Not saying ballistic, but yeah. So yeah, still a little bit to go. Not far away. Yeah, another leg down for like, let's say we're gonna be from 65. Yeah, 30%. Oh, the pain, the panic. That would be lovely to see. Aster, well, it's not much to look at it so far. So yeah, boys and girls, anything else? Anything else from you? Bottom zero. See, here you go. I taught you well. For Bitcoin now, $1, it's fine. Bitcoin can survive. The rest can go to zero. Bitcoin is the only one that I have fucking trust and faith in. The rest, it's sketchy as fuck, like always. Except maybe hype. Hype start to get on the second place, but that's still far away from. Yeah, there is still a lot that we're gonna go through. For overall with the rotation, still the like the thing here is the funny thing, like the scary thing, like maybe that I'm gonna mention as well, like if and only if you think we are done, like to be honest with you, we are at the beginning of the whole move, because we still not done and we still didn't do the big flip, because ladies and gentlemen, this was the last bear market from the last year. Okay, we are here. Capital flow rotation right? You clearly can see like where everything was, right? Like clearly. Right now, we kind of halfway there. Like crypto, yeah, like that's why we still could go lower, but crypto is there. But the overall market, yeah, that's just like a small beginning of the whole movement. So sorry. So like even percentage wise, right? If we are here with this momentum, and this is the way that we've been doing it from now on, so from the top to the bottom and to the bear market, hey, look at that, 69, nice. How are we gonna do it over here? Gonna be 69. Oh, okay, maybe stock poker is gonna have its lower 26, but then still, right? The momentum is still not there. The whole rotation, the whole flip, the whole scenario, like high time frame stuff, we are not there at all. We are starting. There is a potential of a start. That's why. If you want to see a big overview of the market, and not only about the rotation, but more on the perspective of the market, the momentum, and as well the criteria, how it could perform and where it could go. Capital flow, following the money is the way, right? Like, yes, the charts, the structure, it's the key, but following the money, you will eventually like could see more or less, and even sometimes even more better, what's the whole momentum's gonna be. Like it's technically kind of predicting, but more. I don't want to say stable, but more true to the movement, right? Because predicting is more guessing, but this is more like reading the whole the flow, the way of the flow. So yeah, that's why. That's why I follow that, and that's why I focus on it, because it says where it's gonna go and how it's gonna continue. Like believe me, sorry, you don't need to believe me. Go back on my videos, even on May, and you're gonna see where I was talking about this. If that starts to turn around, what's gonna happen? There we have it. So yeah, that's the thing. What's that? Yeah, divergency. On 2 days? Why on 2 days? Yeah, we are in a big ass divergence. True. And yes, we are not even halfway that we did play it out yet. So that's why 30, 40, yeah, it's my aim. Still, that doesn't change anything. Yep, 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 yep. Cool stuff, I guess. What a day to be alive. Um, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, lady. Another lady bounced already without saying anything. I think that's all. Happy days. I need to upload this manually right now just because the bot didn't work on the live chat. I said lady. Eve bounced. So you are the only one here. I know my members, so don't worry if I would. I exactly know them. I'm special. Yeah, you can say that. And I think Eagle can agree on that one as well. Yes. I do agree with that you are special. Yep. Believe me. Thanks a lot. Yeah. No, thank you guys. Appreciate you. Hope it was clear. And yeah, it's the big elephant in the room. The low is in, and we still continuing lower for that till it's gonna change. Let's make sure you watch 64. That's the key level for now. Low time frame, we need to flip that. Right? There's a lot of resistance at that. Shorts, quite late stacked as well, so take them out. We could potentially reverse. If not, that's going to be potentially back at 73 for a bigger, much bigger short even. So watch it. Okay, next week, a lot of volatility coming in yet. So nothing changed, but there is more fire coming. Yep. And definitely there's going to be a lot of oil to put on fire as well. People not going to be happy, but this is it what it is. Screaming. I want to see and hear them screaming. Burn. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Have a good one, guys. Enjoy, and I will see you tomorrow at the market update. Bye-bye.